There sure are a lot of elderly folk selling things by the side of the road, Adam said quietly to himself, his tone heavy with sadness as he observed the streets of the city. He approached one of the elderly women and asked why they were selling on the roadside. The woman explained that they couldn't afford the rent for a stall at the downtown market. Adam was about to ask more questions, but the vendors shooed him away, afraid his appearance might scare off potential customers. Adam was wearing worn, dirty work clothes, the kind a city sanitation worker might wear. In truth, Adam was not a sanitation worker at all. He was the mayor of the city, pretending to be a poor laborer to better understand the struggles of his constituents. His heart grew heavier when he saw the elderly vendors scatter as enforcement officers arrived to ticket people for selling without a permit. "Take it easy, boss. They're seniors for crying out loud," one of the officers muttered in frustration as they shooed the vendors away. Adam could do nothing in the moment, so he returned to his car, changed into his suit, and headed back to City Hall. He immediately set things in motion to address what he had seen. Because of this, Adam began to earn even more admiration from the public as a mayor who cared deeply about the city's residents. From that day forward, he often disguised himself as a sanitation worker to walk the streets incognito and see firsthand what problems needed solutions. One day, after spending hours working alongside real sanitation workers, Adam sat on the curb outside a small bakery, exhausted and hungry. He decided to buy something to eat, but the bakery staff refused him service because of the way he smelled. Disheartened, Adam sighed and turned to leave. "Hey, wait a second," a woman's voice called out from behind him. Adam turned to see a young woman jogging toward him, slightly out of breath. "What is this?" Adam asked, furrowing his brow as she handed him a small paper bag. "It's bread. I was going to have it for my snack later, but you should take it. You look like you could use it," she said, with a warm smile. Adam smiled back and thanked her, sitting down on a nearby bench to eat. The woman lingered, watching him with a friendly expression, and struck up a conversation. "Thank you," Adam said between bites. "It's no problem," she replied. "If you're ever hungry, just stop by here. I'll give you some bread for free." "I'd feel bad about that. At least let me pay you next time." "What's your name?" Adam asked. "I'm Emily," she said kindly. "I work here at the bakery." They chatted until Emily's break ended and she returned to work. Adam walked back to his office with a smile, not realizing his friend and chief aide, Ben, was already waiting for him. "That's quite a smile you've got. Something good happen?" Ben teased. "I met someone today," Adam admitted. "She's incredibly kind and beautiful. I can't stop thinking about her face." "Aha! Love at first sight, my friend," Ben grinned. "So, you went undercover to see the state of the city, and instead you found someone who caught your attention?" Adam chuckled and told Ben the whole story. Ben was impressed that Adam had met a woman with such genuine compassion for others. The next day, Adam found himself walking past the bakery again, though he hadn't planned to. It was as if his feet had a mind of their own. He glanced inside, but didn't see Emily, and felt a wave of disappointment as he started to walk away. Suddenly, he bumped into someone. "Ow! Hey, watch where you're going!" the woman exclaimed. "Oh, Emily, sorry, I didn't see you," Adam said quickly. "It's fine," she replied. "Are you here to get some bread? You're in luck, we've got something fresh out of the oven. Try it." Adam reached into his pocket. "Sure, here's the money." Before he could finish, Emily dashed back into the shop to grab the bread. When she returned, Adam handed her cash, but she waved it away. "Just keep it, Adam. Spend your money on something else," she said with a smile. "I feel bad, Emily. If you won't take my money, I'll have to find another way to pay you back something big." "Really? I'll hold you to that," she replied, still smiling. From then on, Adam stopped by the bakery regularly, not just for the bread, but to see and talk with Emily. She enjoyed their conversations, sometimes wondering why a man like Adam worked such a tough, low-paying job, though she never asked, not wanting to pry. One afternoon, Adam asked, "Emily, would you like to go out this Saturday?" "Sure. What, are you going to take me on a date?" she teased. "If that's okay with you." "Of course, I'm free on Saturday," she said, smiling. "Great, let's meet here before noon. I'll buy you lunch." Emily beamed, excited at the thought of having someone to explore the city with. In truth, she wasn't originally from this area, so she was glad to have Adam as both a friend and soon-to-be companion for the day. When Saturday came, Adam took Emily to a modest restaurant. Emily, however, grew nervous, worried Adam might spend too much on her. "Are you sure this place isn't expensive?" she asked. "I don't get paid until next week, so I can't help cover the bill." "Don't worry, the prices here are reasonable," Adam assured her. But when Emily glanced at the menu, her eyes widened. She leaned toward Adam, shielding the menu from view. "What's wrong? Don't you like the food here?" Adam asked. "The food looks great, but these prices," she whispered. Adam laughed. "Don't worry about it. I wouldn't bring you here if I couldn't afford it." "Well, okay, I'll just order something small, and if we can't cover it, I'll wash the dishes," she joked. "Trust me, you won't have to." Eventually, Emily gave in and ordered a meal. When the food arrived, it looked so delicious she couldn't help but dig in. They enjoyed their lunch together, though Emily still felt a twinge of anxiety about the bill. When it came, she nearly choked at the total. Adam paid it in full, without hesitation. "Wait a second, are you rich?" Emily asked, stunned. "What? No. Of course not," Adam replied with a laugh. "Then how'd you pay for that?" "I told you I wanted to treat you. I live alone, so it's okay to splurge once in a while, especially for good company." Emily smiled softly. "Well, thank you for including me in your once in a while." Adam smiled back, feeling a warmth in his chest. Their friendship continued to grow. Emily admired Adam deeply. Despite what she believed was his modest income, he somehow managed to save enough to take her out once in a while. Sometimes, though, their plans fell through because Adam became busy with his work as mayor, something Emily didn't know. One day, Emily began to suspect Adam was hiding something from her. "Where have you been? You haven't shown up for work in days," she asked him one afternoon. "Are you okay?" "I'm fine. I've just been dealing with some other things," Adam replied. "Don't worry, I'm not seeing anyone else. You're the only one." He said it with a playful smile. Emily's cheeks flushed, and she swatted his shoulder lightly. She pouted, telling him he didn't need to say things like that, especially if he was meeting other women, because it wouldn't bother her. "So, you want me to see other women?" Adam teased, raising an eyebrow. "Why not?" "It's not like I'm your girlfriend," she said, but her voice faltered. "Ha, you're hesitating," Adam teased again. "Stop it and go," Emily said, rolling her eyes, though a smile tugged at her lips. Adam laughed and waved as she went back inside the bakery. In truth, Adam was swamped with new city projects. Hiding things from Emily was becoming harder because she seemed to sense when he wasn't being honest. Meanwhile, Emily found herself increasingly unsettled at the thought of Adam spending time with another woman. She didn't understand why it bothered her so much, only that it did. One afternoon, Adam's aide, Ben, remarked, "Seems like you and that bakery girl are getting pretty close." "I hope so," Adam admitted. "I've got a good feeling she likes me too." "Well, I'm happy for you, man. But how long are you going to keep hiding your real identity from her? If you wait too long, this could blow up in your face," Ben warned. "I know," Adam sighed. Every time I try to tell her, the words just won't come out. If I were you, I'd do it now before it's too late. Once she finds out on her own, you might lose your shot, Ben said seriously. Adam fell silent, thinking hard about how he might finally tell Emily the truth. The next day, Adam nervously waited outside the bakery for her shift to end. He hadn't stopped by all afternoon, but now that closing time was near, he decided he had to see her and tell her everything. "Adam, what are you doing here?" Emily asked when she stepped outside. "I missed you, so I wanted to catch you before you left," he said. "Busy again with other things, huh?" she asked. "Yeah, sorry. I'll get back to work when I'm done handling them." "Well, I'm heading home. Be careful on your way back," she said, her tone still tinged with concern. "You seem upset," Adam observed. Emily said nothing and began to walk away. Thinking she might have found out the truth, Adam panicked and ran after her. "Talk to me. Did I do something wrong?" he asked anxiously. "There's nothing to talk about. If this is about you hiding something from me, I forgive you," she said quietly. "So, it's true?" "It's not like I can do anything about it. I'm not your girlfriend, Adam. Who am I in your life anyway?" "That's not it," Adam said earnestly. "I didn't tell you because I was afraid you'd see me differently or lose trust in me. From the start, Adam, I accepted you for who you are. I just wish you'd told me so I'd know we were feeling the same way about each other," Emily replied. "We are," Adam confessed. "I've liked you for a long time." "Then why have you been meeting with another woman?" Emily asked. What are you talking about?" Adam's brow furrowed in confusion. When Emily explained what she had seen, Adam realized she still didn't know he was the mayor. Relieved it wasn't that, he teased her about being jealous, which only made her roll her eyes and walk away. "Emily," he called after her, but she kept going until finally she stopped and turned back, smiling slightly. "What else do you have to say?" she asked. "I like you a lot. I've been busy with documents, not another woman. You're the only one in my life, Emily," Adam said sincerely. Emily studied his face, searching for any sign of dishonesty, but all she saw was sincerity. Taking a deep breath, she finally admitted, "I like you a lot too." Adam's smile was so wide it could have lit up the street. Overcome with joy, he ran to her and pulled her into a tight hug. "So does this mean we're together now?" he asked with a laugh. "You make me feel like a teenager," Emily teased, "but yes, we're together." Adam hugged her again, thrilled that the woman he'd liked since the day they met felt the same way. From then on, he made sure to get her number so they could call and text when they weren't together. Emily was surprised to learn Adam didn't use messaging apps. When she asked why, he claimed his phone was just a basic model, but that he was saving up for a new one soon. Their relationship blossomed, but Adam's conscience began to weigh heavily on him. The longer he kept up the lies about his identity, the more guilt he felt, and now, fear. "You've been to my place, but I still don't know where you live," Emily mentioned one day. "I'm embarrassed. I'll take you there when I have the courage. I promise," Adam replied. "You have nothing to be ashamed of," Emily reassured him. "As long as we have a roof over our heads, that's what matters. We're in the same situation anyway." Adam forced a smile. She was so kind that his guilt deepened. The two sat quietly for a while. Adam began to think seriously about finally telling Emily the truth, but before he could speak, she said, "Maybe that's why I fell for you, because you understand my life. If our situations were different, I'd probably keep my feelings to myself." "You don't like wealthy people?" Adam asked, surprised. "They're hard to understand. It would be different if I were wealthy too. Then if I entered that world, I wouldn't be underestimated because I could stand on my own," she explained. Adam felt his fear grow. Not only was he drowning in guilt over his lies, but now he was terrified that Emily would leave him if she knew the truth. As time passed, his sadness became harder to hide. Emily noticed the troubled look on his face and asked what was wrong, but Adam always insisted he was fine. Concerned, Emily asked some of the sanitation workers if they knew where Adam lived. Since Adam had paid them to go along with his disguise, none of them really knew what to say. One finally lied and gave her an address. "Thanks. I just want to visit him. He seems so down lately," Emily said, before leaving. When the worker realized what he'd done, he immediately called Adam's office to warn him. Adam shot up from his chair in alarm, startling Ben. "What's wrong?" Ben asked. "Emily asked the guys for my address, and one of them gave her a place. She's on her way there now," Adam said, shaking his head. "Told you you should have been honest from the start." "So what are you going to do now?" Ben asked. Adam didn't answer. Instead, he called the worker who owned the house and asked to rent it for the day. The man agreed, and Adam rushed over to prepare. He tried to memorize where everything was so it would seem like his own home. Soon after, Emily arrived and spotted Adam sweeping outside. "So this is where you live?" she asked curiously. "Emily, what are you doing here?" Adam asked, nervous. "I've been worried about you. You've been distracted for days and haven't gone to work in weeks," she said. "Come in," Adam said, swallowing hard. Luckily, he had just finished arranging the house to look like his. Emily glanced around while Adam busied himself in the kitchen, making coffee. He invited her to sit so they could talk. "Can you really not tell me why you haven't been going to work?" Emily asked. "I'm worried about you." "I'm fine, just busy taking care of some things," Adam replied. "That's why you sometimes zone out when we're together, isn't it?" she pressed. "I've had some issues with documents," he admitted vaguely. "But don't worry." "Why not tell me? Don't you trust me? Maybe I could help. I'm your girlfriend, Adam. I'm willing to help you," Emily said. Adam wondered how much longer he could keep lying to her. She had been nothing but kind, visiting him at work, taking care of him when he was tired, and here he was, deceiving her. "Are you hungry?" "I can cook something," Adam offered, trying to change the subject. "You know how to cook?" Emily asked with a grin. "Of course, I've lived alone for a long time," he replied. "Careful, I might fall for you all over again. I've always wanted a boyfriend who could cook," she joked. Adam forced a laugh and began preparing food, but because the kitchen wasn't really his, he struggled to find utensils and ingredients. Emily decided to step out to buy soda. On her way back, she overheard some elderly neighbors talking about unfamiliar people in the house. "They're probably just guests. I'm sure the owner knows," one said. Emily didn't think much of it until she returned and a knock came at the door. "Are you expecting someone?" she asked. "Can you keep an eye on the food?" "I'll see who it is," Adam said. Outside stood an older man, dressed like a neighborhood watch captain. "Someone reported an unfamiliar person here. How are you related to the owner?" "He's a friend. I rented the place for the day," Adam replied calmly. "I'll need to confirm that with the owner," the man said seriously. Adam nodded. Thankfully, the real homeowner, the sanitation worker, arrived and vouched for him. Meanwhile, Emily grew suspicious when Adam took so long to return. She peeked out the window and saw him with the same worker who had given her the address. Her brow furrowed. She began to wander through the house, eventually opening a room filled with covered belongings. Inside was a framed photo of a family, including the worker she had questioned. In that moment, she realized this wasn't Adam's house at all. She now understood why the elderly neighbor had seemed suspicious earlier. Adam wasn't the real owner. "Sorry for the trouble, sir," Adam told the community officer. "No problem." I hope I didn't disturb you, the officer replied politely before leaving. Adam felt relieved, thinking there was nothing more to worry about. But when he stepped back inside, the atmosphere had changed. Emily forced a smile, though something in her demeanor felt different. When Adam returned to the kitchen, Emily began asking direct questions about his life. Startled, Adam stammered. "Who are you?" Emily asked. "Huh?" Adam replied. "What do you mean?" "I'm asking you, Adam, who are you? Is that even your real name? Are you really a sanitation worker?" Emily demanded, her eyes locked on him. Adam froze. He could tell she had figured out the house wasn't his. "I don't know what you're talking about," he said, but Emily wasn't convinced. She showed him the framed photo she had found the sanitation worker with his family, inside the very house they were in. "Tell me the truth," she said sharply. Adam swallowed hard, then finally confessed everything. Emily couldn't believe how many lies he had told her. "Why? Was it fun to trick me like this? Was I just part of some experiment so you could study how people like me live?" she asked, her voice breaking. Adam shook his head. "No, Emily. I really like you more than like you. I love you. I was afraid that if you knew who I really was, you'd leave me." "So what was your plan? Keep me believing you're a sanitation worker forever? Do you think your lies would keep me from leaving?" she shot back. "I'm sorry. Please forgive me," Adam pleaded. "How can I forgive you when I don't even know who you really are? For months you made me believe we were the same, that you were just an ordinary guy like me. And now I find out the man I fell in love with is someone powerful." Adam tried to get closer, begging her to understand. But Emily was overwhelmed. She felt like their entire relationship had been a lie. Tears streamed down her face as she pushed him away, grabbed her bag, and ran out the door. Adam chased after her into the street, but she quickly hailed a cab and was gone. He didn't give up. He went straight to her apartment and knocked loudly. Even as heavy rain poured, he stayed outside, calling her name. "Please forgive me. I never meant to hurt you. I was just scared I'd lose you if you knew the truth," he shouted. "Leave! I can't see you or hear your voice right now," Emily cried from inside. "Just give me one more chance. We've been together for months, and not once did I mean to deceive you out of malice. Every time I tried to tell you, fear got the better of me," Adam pleaded. Emily didn't answer, only sobbed behind the door until she eventually fell asleep. Emily woke in the middle of the night and remembered Adam was outside in the rain. Thinking he might have left, she got up to get a drink from the kitchen, but then she heard a faint voice from beyond the door. Her eyes widened, and she quickly opened it. "What are you doing here? You're soaked," she said in alarm. "I'm not leaving until you talk to me," Adam replied firmly. "It's pouring. Get inside," she insisted. "I'm sorry, Emily. Please don't leave me. Forgive me," Adam said, his voice raw. Emily bit her lip, fetched dry clothes for him, and made coffee to warm him up. She noticed he felt feverish. Even after he changed and showered, his temperature was still high, so she made him lie down in her bedroom. All night, Adam could say nothing but apologies, while Emily silently wept, letting her anger spill out in tears. A few days later, Adam was finally well enough to eat and stand without feeling dizzy. "You're leaving already? You just recovered," Emily said. "Sorry, but I've been gone from City Hall too long. They're probably looking for me," Adam replied. "But you said you already called your secretary," Emily reminded him. "I did, but I'm sure my work is piling up. I probably have a mountain of things to catch up on," he said. Emily felt a pang of worry. Since Adam had gotten better, their days together had been peaceful. Neither of them had brought up their earlier conflict, and neither had tried to discuss it. "I'll call you later or come back tonight," Adam said. "You'll come back?" she asked. Adam nodded. He didn't need to explain further. She understood what he meant. He knew he was at fault, but didn't want them to simply bypass the problem without truly resolving it. Still, Emily feared what their future might look like if she forgave him and continued their relationship. Their lives were too different. Determined to address things, she cooked a meal and brought it to his office. "Can I help you?" Ben asked kindly when she arrived. "I'd like to see Adam, if I can," she said. "Mayor Adam?" Ben clarified. "Sorry, there are two Adams here. I'm his secretary. Come on, I'll take you to his office." Emily followed. When they arrived, she saw Adam pacing, clearly exhausted. Ben explained he had just come back after several days away and was scrambling to get up to speed. Emily felt a pang of sympathy, especially when she saw him coughing. "See, even a mayor can get sick like any other person," Ben said with a small smile. She understood what Ben was hinting at, that despite Adam's position, he was still just a man like anyone else. When she entered, Adam quickly straightened up, trying to hide any sign of fatigue. "I told you, you're not fully recovered," Emily said, concerned. "I'm fine. I just need to finish this meeting. Then I'll rest. I promise," Adam said gently. "All right, but eat the soup I brought you first," she insisted. Adam was overjoyed that she had come to his real workplace. After she left, he was surprised when she asked what he wanted for dinner that night. The thought made him smile, almost like a husband being cared for by his wife. That evening, Adam came home carrying flowers and a small ring box. Emily let him in, and they shared dinner happily. When they were done, Adam took a deep breath. "I want to talk about what happened," he said. Emily nodded and sat across from him. Calmly, Adam recounted everything: how he had started pretending to be a sanitation worker, how he met her, and what he had felt all along. Though it hurt to hear the truth again, Emily tried to understand, remembering Ben's words about Adam being human like everyone else. "I bought flowers and a promise ring for you," Adam said. "From now on, I won't lie to you. This ring is proof that no matter what happens, I'll keep you happy and protect you. You'll never be alone." Emily stared at the flowers and the ring, then looked into Adam's eyes. "Before I accept this, tell me you're sure about someone like me. I don't want to get hurt, Adam. I love you so much that I know it would devastate me if things ended badly," she admitted. "I promise, Emily. I'll choose you every single day, no matter what arguments or problems come our way," Adam said. Emily closed her eyes, taking a deep breath as if gathering strength. She smiled, accepted the flowers, and slid the promise ring onto her finger. Adam's face lit up, and he pulled her into a hug. Emily smiled at his reaction. Adam gently kissed her, and when he began to pull away, she tightened her arms around his neck. Adam's eyes widened, then softened when he saw hers closed again. He deepened the kiss, but soon felt his body grow warm and pulled back slightly. "It's getting late. I should go," Adam said. "Don't you want to stay?" Emily asked. "I do, but I don't want to do anything you're not ready for," he replied. Emily swallowed hard, unable to say that she wanted the kiss to continue. She simply nodded. Adam smiled, gave her another quick kiss on the lips, and left. She sighed and arranged the flowers he had given her. In the days that followed, their relationship settled into a comfortable routine. Adam focused on his work during the day, then headed straight to Emily's place for dinner in the evenings. They bonded over shared meals, laughter, and conversation. One night, however, Emily came home later than usual. She had gone out with co-workers to celebrate a birthday and ended up having a few drinks. "You're drunk? I didn't know you drank," Adam said when she arrived. "I usually don't. I tried to avoid it, but I couldn't get out of it this time." "Sorry," Emily replied. "It's fine. It's good for you to spend time with other people. There's nothing wrong with having fun with your co-workers, he reassured her. Really? You're not mad? She asked. I trust you, Adam said, pulling her into a hug. Emily smiled and told him she was lucky to have such a kind boyfriend. Emboldened by the alcohol, she kissed him deeply. Adam kissed her back, and soon their kisses grew faster and more intense. Emily climbed onto his lap as he sat on the sofa, unable to contain her longing. Adam swallowed hard, telling her not to rush things, especially while she was drunk, but she didn't listen and kept moving against him. His breathing grew heavier as he struggled to resist, but eventually he gave in. He gently laid her on the bed, their lips never parting. They both felt swept away by the moment. The next morning, Emily woke feeling exhausted. Adam told her to take the day off, joking that they had gone full force the night before. Later that morning, she surprised him by kissing him again, leading to another round. Will you be coming back here later, so I'll know how much to cook? Emily asked playfully. I'll call you, love, Adam replied. Come on, I'll walk you to work before I head to mine. Hand in hand, they left her apartment. From then on, their life together was happy. Adam suggested they move into his home, explaining that sometimes he needed to bring work back and her place didn't have enough room. At first, Emily refused, but seeing how hard it was for him to work in her small apartment, she eventually agreed. Living together felt peaceful at first, and Emily continued working at the bakery despite Adam's suggestion that she quit. But when the upcoming election drew near and Adam decided to run again, all eyes turned to him. Soon, everyone learned that his girlfriend was a bakery clerk. At first, it wasn't an issue until gossip began to spread, questioning whether someone like Emily was fit to be with the mayor. Emily began receiving judgmental stares and hurtful comments from people who supported Adam's candidacy. Can't you do something? Everywhere I go, people say I'm only with you because you're rich, that I'm using you to move up in life, Emily complained. After the election, I'll clear everything up. If I speak now, they'll twist my words and use them against me. Please, let's endure this together, Adam said. I can't take it anymore, Adam. Even when they're just buying bread from me, they say cruel things, Emily replied, her voice breaking. I'm sorry, Adam said. He tried to fix the public's perception, even asking Ben to speak publicly about their relationship. But just as Adam had feared, it was used against him, and Emily's job at the bakery became a weapon for his opponents. One evening, Adam came home to find Emily drinking. Why are you drunk? I told you to quit your job. Look what's happened, they've used it against me, he said sharply. Why are you mad at me? Is it wrong to work? Emily shot back. You don't understand. They'll use anything to destroy me. Just leave your job for now. You can go back after the election, Adam insisted. What if I don't want to? She challenged. What's that supposed to mean? Do you want me to be ruined because of your job? Sorry if your girlfriend is just a bakery clerk, she said bitterly before storming out. Adam was too angry to chase after her. He sat down heavily on the sofa, head in his hands. Days later, Emily returned. Adam hugged her tightly and apologized, explaining that his opponent's campaign was aggressive and he had to be extra cautious. I'm sorry. I let my anger and the alcohol get the better of me, Adam said. I'll just quit my job. I don't want us to keep fighting, Emily told him. If that's what you want, I'll support you, but I'll try to find another way, Adam said, shaking his head. I've decided, Adam. If leaving the bakery will help you, I'll do it, she said. Though he protested, she had already made up her mind. In the following days, she resigned, finishing her last week to complete the month and collect her full pay. Her co-workers were saddened by her decision and encouraged her to stay strong despite the hurtful words people had thrown at her. Meanwhile, Adam worked on shifting the public's focus away from Emily. But one afternoon at the bakery, two customers whispered loudly, "That's the mayor's girlfriend. If he can't handle her, how can he handle the whole city?" Emily started toward them, but her manager stopped her, telling her to ignore it. Yet when they insulted Adam directly, she snapped, grabbed a pitcher of water, and poured it over them. The scene was streamed live on social media, and the video quickly reached Adam's office. "What's your problem? Just because your boyfriend's the mayor, you think you can disrespect people?" one of the women yelled at Emily. "You're the ones with no respect," Emily shot back. "Say whatever you want about me, but don't you dare speak badly about Adam, and don't question his role as mayor. Of all the mayors this city has had, he's the only one who's truly done good for the people. And yet you insult him so casually?" The women fell silent. Everyone knew the work Adam had done for the city, tirelessly fighting for people's rights and welfare. Many residents respected and admired him as a leader. Adam, watching the live stream from his office, couldn't help but smile with pride at Emily's defense of him. It felt like her words touched his heart. He immediately left City Hall and headed straight to the bakery. Some expected him to confront the women involved, but he ignored them and went directly to Emily, wrapping her in a hug. "Adam, what are you doing here? Don't you have a lot to handle at City Hall? Are you okay? Did they do anything to you?" Emily asked, concerned. "I'm fine," he assured her. Because the incident had been streamed live, many people saw it and admired Emily for standing up for Adam. The public also appreciated the sweetness between them, and the hurtful comments toward Emily stopped. Their love story became well known in the city. At Adam's request, they even appeared together for an interview, where they told the truth about their relationship. This only increased public support, making Adam's name even stronger. Emily eventually left her bakery job entirely to help with Adam's campaign. One day, however, Emily happened to see an interview where Adam said he had no plans for children yet because he wanted to focus on the election. This made her uneasy. She checked her phone calendar and realized she was a month late. "Why now?" Emily muttered to herself, anxiety rising. "I thought you were on the pill. You know it's election season," Adam said when she told him. "So what?" "It's not like you'll be the one taking care of the baby alone, I will," Emily replied. "And you think I could live with myself if you struggled? You don't even want to hire help around the house," Adam argued. "Fine, I'll agree to get help," she said. "This can't happen right now," Adam insisted, leaving Emily unsure of exactly what he meant. Her tears fell one after another. She slapped him hard. "How could you even think of doing that to our child?" she cried. It was as if Adam had been jolted awake. Seeing her sobbing, he realized that every promise he'd made was crumbling because of the election. "You've been changing, Adam. I hardly recognize you anymore. I understood how important the election is to you, but now even with our own child. Think about it. This baby is ours, the result of our love," Emily said through tears. "I'm sorry. You know how stressed I've been about the election," Adam said. "All I hear from you lately is, 'I'm sorry.' Politics is changing you, and whoever you become after the election, I don't want to be part of that life," she said. "What are you saying?" Adam asked, stunned. "I'm saying we should end this." Adam quickly stepped toward her, but she avoided him and went into their bedroom, locking the door. He slept in the guest room that night. The next morning, he tried to make breakfast as a peace offering, but Emily emerged with a large bag packed. Not one thing he had given her was taken. He pleaded with her to stay, but when she stood firm, his frustration boiled over. "Fine, go. I haven't done anything wrong. You know how important this election is. It's my last term as mayor. But you still choose to hurt me like this." Emily didn't look back as she walked out the door. After Emily left, Adam lost control. smashing things in frustration before breaking down in tears. Days passed with no word from her. She wasn't at her old apartment, and her former co-workers hadn't seen her. He was consumed by sadness, drinking heavily and spending time alone in a park, avoiding going home where the emptiness only reminded him of her. Every day he was haunted by their happy memories. He began to see the truth in what she had said. The election had changed him. Adam started to question whether he should even continue his campaign, realizing that what he wanted most was to return to the days when he and Emily were happy and free of problems. One day at the park, he noticed a woman playing with a child. It made him imagine Emily and their baby. He decided he needed to win the election to provide them with a good life. He straightened himself up, focusing on the campaign while also searching for her. "Please, if you've heard anything about Emily, tell me. My girlfriend is pregnant, she needs me," Adam pleaded with one of her old co-workers. "I'm sorry, Mayor, but we really haven't heard from her," the woman replied sadly. Despite the disappointment, Adam didn't give up. He kept sending her messages and calling her number. Mornings were for campaign work, afternoons were for looking for her. "Are you really not going to see him? He's been begging us for days to help find you," a friend asked Emily when she was visiting an old co-worker. "I know what he did was wrong," her friend added, "but if you saw how he looks now, you'd feel sorry for him." Emily's resolve wavered, wondering if Adam was eating properly or managing on his own. But she remembered the doctor's warning to avoid stress because the baby was fragile. She feared something might happen to the child if she returned to him now. "Just talk to him, Emily," her friend urged. "Even if it's only to tell him you're okay, it might give him peace of mind." "I'll write him a letter. Can you deliver it?" Emily asked. Her friend agreed, and the next day, when Adam stopped by the shop again, she handed it to him. In the letter, Emily told him not to look for her for now, assuring him she was safe. She wrote that she planned to return to her hometown and raise their child there. She suggested they talk again after the election and ended by saying she hoped he would win. Adam wept as he read her words. He buried his sadness during campaign events, forcing himself to smile and shake hands. But on the day when the candidates were to deliver speeches, he felt drained. "Mayor, what's your message to your supporters?" the host asked him again. "I just want to say, please forgive me, but I'm tired," Adam said into the microphone. The crowd murmured in confusion. Then he took a deep breath and continued. "I don't care whether I win or lose. None of it matters if I can't be with my girlfriend, Emily. I made mistakes. I chose the election over her feelings, and I failed to protect our child. I promised her I'd choose her every day and make her happy, and I intend to keep that promise. I'm going to find her now, and I'm not coming back until I do. Goodbye." He ran off the stage, immediately seeking out the woman who had given him Emily's letter. She told him Emily was at a bus terminal, preparing to leave for her hometown. Adam wasted no time, racing to every terminal he could think of until he reached the last one. He showed Emily's photo to the bus conductors, asking if they had seen her. One told him she had boarded a bus. He sprinted toward it, but it had already pulled away. Out of breath, he dropped to his knees in frustration. Meanwhile, Emily, who had just watched Adam's speech on her phone, stood up in the aisle and asked the driver to stop the bus. Adam's heart leapt when he saw the bus slow down and come to a halt. He forced himself to his feet, running toward it. Then he saw her step down onto the pavement. "Adam!" Emily called out in surprise. "I thought you'd given up on me. Did you chase the bus?" "You don't know how scared I was, thinking you were gone for good," Adam said, struggling to catch his breath. Once he could stand steadily, he walked quickly to her and pulled her into a tight embrace, tears streaming down his face. He kissed her cheeks and then knelt to kiss her belly. From his pocket, he took out a small box. Emily gasped. covering her mouth with her hands. "I could lose everything, but not you. Not you and our child. I'm sorry for hurting you over and over. I'll do everything I can to be a good husband and a good father. I love you, Emily. I realize now my dreams mean nothing without you. Will you marry me?" Emily's tears fell freely as she nodded again and again. "Yes, Adam. I love you too." He slipped the ring onto her finger, then lifted her off the ground and spun her around. People nearby clapped, moved by the scene that felt straight out of a movie. The next day, Adam didn't expect to win the election. He had already accepted the possibility of losing. But when the results came in, both he and Emily were stunned Adam had won. Emily jumped for joy, while Adam stood frozen, unable to believe it. After the election, he worked even harder as mayor, balancing his duties with supporting Emily through her pregnancy. They agreed to marry once their child was old enough to walk down the aisle as a flower girl. "I think it's time," Emily said one day, her voice serious. "Are you sure?" "Let me get the car," Adam replied quickly. "Not yet," Emily said with a smirk. "False alarm." "Emily," Adam groaned, "don't joke about that." When her due date came, Adam decided to work from home. Since Emily still wasn't comfortable hiring help, he wanted to be nearby in case she needed anything. One night she felt abdominal pain, but it eased, and she fell asleep until early morning when she woke to a wet bed. Adam sat up, alarmed, telling her they'd sleep in the guest room and have the mattress cleaned. "That's not water," Emily told him. "My water broke. I'm in labor." Adam's eyes widened. He scrambled out of bed so quickly he tripped over the blanket. Still panicking, he called his driver, gathered clothes for Emily, and carried her to the car. At the hospital, he grew pale at the sight of blood, but stayed by her side. "Push, Mom, I can see the head. Just a little more," the doctor encouraged. Curious, Adam glanced, then immediately turned away, focusing on holding Emily's hand instead. Soon, the sound of a baby's cry filled the room. Overjoyed, Adam started toward the nurse, but Emily suddenly gripped his hand again. They hadn't expected it. They had twins. "Congratulations, it's a boy and a girl," the doctor said. Overwhelmed, Adam fainted on the spot. When Adam woke, he found himself in a chair in Emily's hospital room. She was holding both babies, smiling through tears. "Good morning, sleeping beauty," Emily teased. "Come here, look at our children." "I fainted because of the blood, and because I haven't slept," Adam muttered. "I didn't ask," Emily said with a small laugh. "Hurry, look, they look just like you." Adam approached slowly, picking up one of the babies while holding the other's tiny hand. Tears welled in his eyes as he kissed Emily's forehead in gratitude. A wave of guilt washed over him as he thought about the time he'd considered not wanting the child. He silently thanked Emily for fighting for their babies, realizing that without her strength, he wouldn't be holding these angels now. Years passed, and Adam and Emily finally married. When Adam's term as mayor ended, he ran for Congress and won. Their twins grew up respectful, God-fearing, and well-mannered. When Adam later became a senator, Emily became pregnant again. They feared another set of twins, but were relieved when it was only one boy this time. Life as a family of 5 was filled with love and joy. Whenever disagreements arose, Adam and Emily made it a point to calm down before discussing them. Their children grew up happy, smart, and compassionate, admired by many for their good character. Many admired Adam and Emily, not only for their public service, but for raising children who were intelligent, hard-working, respectful, and faithful. Their home was filled with love and support, a reflection of the promises Adam had once made and kept. And so ended the love story of Emily and Adam, a journey from chance meetings and hidden truths to forgiveness, resilience, and a life built together. Thank you for watching. This is Mr. Hope. Please subscribe and comment.